Hey guys, AJ here from A Little Light Media, and welcome to a new series I'm calling Oh Canada. Here, I will primarily be singing our national anthem, Oh Canada. I'm kidding. Nobody wants to hear that. Although I may need to learn the words to that for my citizenship ceremony in 563 days, but who's counting? Anyway, this series is meant to be a bunch of short videos, each one tackling one distinctly Canadian topic at a time. And today we're going to be talking about the poppy. If you are new in the country, you would have probably seen some people wear this poppy pin in the second week of November and might have been curious as to what it was about. I know I was. Here's the lowdown. World War I ended on November 11, 1918. To commemorate the sacrifices of the millions who lost their lives in the war, Armistice Day was celebrated on the first Monday of the week of November 11. To be honest, it had very little importance in the 1920s, and in 1928, a bunch of veterans got together and decided to petition the government. And in 1931, the federal government decreed that the newly renamed Remembrance Day was to be observed on November 11 every year. It is signified by 2 minutes of silence when the clock strikes 11 a.m. to thank all the fallen soldiers and all the sacrifices they made. All good stuff, but what about the poppy? Flanders Field was one of the biggest battlefronts in World War I, killing more than 1 million soldiers from over 50 countries. The place was absolutely devastated with nothing in sight. And in these bleak conditions arose the red poppy, signifying life and growth. Its bright red color and prevalence made it stand out, and Canadian poet and Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae penned a poem about it called In Flanders Fields, the Poppies Grow. The poppy as a symbol really caught on after this poem and has been known as a sign of remembrance ever since. This day is celebrated under different names around the world. In the US, it's called Veterans Day. In New Zealand, it's called Anzac Day. In South Africa, I think it's called Poppy Day, etc. And in many parts of Canada, like British Columbia, Alberta, Saskatchewan, and a few other places, it's a stat holiday. But for us folks in Ontario, no dice. Over the years, there have been many incidents around Remembrance Days, some fun, some not so much. Like, a couple years ago, a woman in Milton was caught stealing the donation boxes which were meant to go to the veteran families. And then last year, downtown Toronto, the cenotaph was graffitied with the words, Ye broke faith, literally one day after Remembrance Day. Then we all have heard, I'm sure, about the famous TV presenter. I think he got fired over this, where he insinuated that immigrants are not paying their respects by getting the poppy. So that is the story behind the poppy. Remembrance Day means different things for different people. If you lost somebody during the war, of course, the Remembrance Day will be very dear to you. But even if you didn't, I think it's a good time for everybody to just reflect. Think about all the sacrifices and the people who lost their lives in order for us to have, just have the life and the access and the freedom that we have in this beautiful country that we all call home.